don't take photos of this Supra, bro. This is what dreams are made of. Let's go, guys. We're now here at the Tokyo Auto Salon. Holy moly.
Okay.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Oh! Arigatou gozaimasu. Hi. Okay. Wait, what are we doing right now?
So nice meeting you.
Guys, this is absolutely crazy. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Wong and you're joining us for yet another video out here in Tokyo, Japan. This is one of the mini vlogs that we're experiencing out here, but today, guys, we are over in Hakone, the famous mountain Touge Run, and it is going to be epic. Unfortunately, as you guys can see, the weather is a little bit subpar. It is raining. We can't see anything out here, including Mount Fuji, but we're going to try and make it an absolute blast out here. We have got the Mk4 Toyota Supra that we're going to be driving in the middle of this Touge madness. It is a twin turbo 2JZ manual car and it is an absolute riot. We've had such a blast driving this thing out here in Japan. Just the other week we were over in Osaka with an R32 GTR. So if you guys are just joining us on the content, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see some more Japan content. But guys, I'm gonna go jump in. It is raining, it is pretty wet out here, but guys, let's have some fun. That is a foggy drive. Alright guys, we are now headed to the famous Hakone Turnpike and we're going to go through Mount Mikumi and we're going to go past the Shakushi Pass. So this is a little bit of a different route. There aren't many different routes to get to the Hakone Turnpike, one of 3 if I'm not mistaken. But out here today it is a little bit treacherous in terms of the weather conditions. As you guys can see, it is foggy, it is raining, and it is very wet. As a result, cars are going to be driving a little bit slower, people are going to be a little bit more cautious, and as will I will try to make sure that we are driving in a safe manner whilst also having a little bit of fun driving through the famous mountain pass as we speak, and being here, experiencing everything that this is throwing at us already. It is just super cool to be out here, and obviously being in the Mk4, the A80 Supra, it's just legendary. So this right here is fun to drive. It is an awesome place to rent a car if you're looking to experience a car out in Hakone. So they have a bunch of vehicles ranging from GTRs, Supras, FDRX7s, though this car is not from fun to drive, but if you're a tourist looking to experience a little bit of Touge action, definitely recommend making the trip up to Hakone to experience some of the JDM legends that they have over there. They range between the prices of $300 to $1,000 for an entire day, but definitely extremely worth it if you're out here in Japan. And I mean, if you're a car guy like I am, it'd be an absolute no-brainer, so definitely send it. You pass through several towns here and you go through several family marts. If you need fuel, there are plenty along your journey up. It just becomes a little bit more remote as you travel into the wilderness. I don't know this place like the back of my hand. I wouldn't say it's something that I'm familiar with, so I'm going to be pushing the car within what I feel comfortable in doing. If you are new to Hakone and you're driving in the Touge mountain pass, definitely take it slow and easy. There are gutters along the side. If you have seen Initial D, it is very much like Initial D. There are sections of the roads that are actually mapped right here in Hakone and they were put in Initial D. So because of that, it's going to be kind of daunting but also fun and exciting if you like that kind of thrill factor, but also very, very nostalgic when you're driving through, which I just love. But as you can see, there's a little bit of traffic, not too bad, but But we're gonna head up, guys. So far, within the first 10 minutes of just cruising up, it has been extraordinarily fun. You'll see some really unique cars as you're driving through here. We saw several Lotuses, a few Honda Civic Type Rs, EK9, massive fan. But there are the occasional bus or pedestrian car that kind of takes you a little bit longer by way of getting up. But guys, don't stress, just be here, have a fun time, and just experience the drive. And honestly, even if you're going at 40 Ks, 20 Ks, or even 140 Ks, it's still a blast out in the woods here in Hakone. On this road here, you can see that this is filled with twisties and corners, and almost identical to Initial D, because if you look over the roadside, you'll see those gutters. Those gutters are essentially what Takumi used in Initial D. People here in Japan, they're a little bit daring and courageous, and also they know the roads a lot better. So as a result, they go really quick out here, bloody fast if I might add. And it just surprises me sometimes because you just don't expect it. This is a cable car that takes you up into the mountains. Check out this fog here covering the entire mountainside. You'll see this beautiful lake coming up to me on the right. Oh my lord. Oh, and the noise of the Supra. Just a combination of awesome sensations and just a sick experience. Look at that. Wow. That is actually beautiful. Whoa. So the fog down here at the valley, not really that bad. Guys, this is so mad. I think you're probably wondering what my impressions are and thoughts have been on the Mk4 Toyota Supra, the twin-turbo 2JZ GTE manual legendary rear-wheel drive sports car. Guys, this thing has been so much fun out here. It makes about standard power. It does have an exhaust, but otherwise it is basically stock, and you know, it doesn't have to be fast because these cars were built during the golden era of 90s Japan, and as a result it was all about culminating the drive. And when you find an open stretch of road, you can really get a chance to experience this Touge and of course the Supra that we have here. Oh, listen to the roar of that engine. It's so foggy. Wow. You don't really have to wring its neck out, but being that it's got the twin turbo engine and it is a sequential setup, so you've got boost down low, one smaller turbo and one up top that really pushes you out onto the tarmac. Check out these corners. The handling is crisp. It's set up very nicely on a set of BBS LMs and it's tastefully lowered on some teen coilovers, and it feels superb. But honestly guys, the roads here in Japan, as you can see, is flat, it's smooth, there are no potholes, there are no bumps in the road that actually jar the driving experience. It's very, very comfortable, and if you have a stance car, it is perfect out here. And that's why you really see that stance scene. I still can't believe we are out here in Japan. It has been a dream, and I guess after the conundrum of COVID-19 and the global pandemic that we had, especially out in Melbourne, I think they actually held the record for the longest lockdowns on the planet over in Melbourne, which is where I'm actually from. Yeah, it was a tough time, but just a time where we were able to focus on our craft, building our cars. Guys, it is the new year. We have a lot of things in the works. But what's most exciting right now is here in the mountains. Wow. The grip on this thing is insane. So back to the Supra. As you guys would know, the Supra is more orientated as a GT sports car. It is a little bit heavier than other counterparts, being about 1,600 kilograms. You know, it's actually a quirky fact to note, but Toyota Chaser, a four-door sedan, is 200 kilos lighter than the Mk4 Supra. I know it does have 2JZ at the heart of this thing, but the 1JZ is still a very robust and awesome engine. So it just goes to show you that it's a little bit of a beefy little car, this Toyota Supra. However, it is iconic because it has that cult following from Fast and Furious, from Brian O'Connor, Paul Walker. This is that car. And it's just crazy because in the final scene of Fast and Furious, when Paul Walker passed away, he drove off in a white Mk4 Toyota Supra. It's just symbolic, and for what this car encapsulates, it's something that I'll never forget. It's just an awesome piece of motoring history. But check this out, they have a driving range on top of the mountain. You have never seen that before. Oh my god, I have never seen that before. The things that people have in Japan is just extraordinary. You wouldn't think they have something, but guys, over in Japan, they probably have it in a way that you have never thought of before. It's crazy. The feedback from the steering wheel is so direct. It's a nice weighted, hydraulically power assisted steering wheel, and as a result, just feels divine to power through. Oh my lord, this is riveting. This Supra is just devouring these corners. Although it's a big girl, it feels so nice, especially on stock power. See, the roads get tighter. This is where all the action happens. If you come here late at night, there will be drifters, there will be street races that go hard. Yo, that's a 930. Looks like that. That's awesome. That looks to be one of the cars from Fun to Drive, which is one of the Hakone tour guide cars. You can actually rent that. The 911 930 Porsche Turbo. Check this out. Literally going into the wilderness. So guys, I think we should send it. Shall we? Let's go. Whoa! Listen for the traffic. Yo! Whoa! Look at this road. Yo, A86! Chueno! It's tight. I do apologize in advance if you can't particularly hear me. I do have the windows down so that you can hear a little bit more of that noise. This is truly the Touge right here. Roads are definitely wet. I can't see literally what's in front of me. I've never driven out here. Maybe once before, 5 years ago, but I can't really recognize the terrain. Maybe it must be the fog, really. Oh, yo. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what we've been wanting, boys and girls. It is definitely bumpy as heck out here. Wow. Late at night, these roads are honestly destroyed by drifters and street races. We're having a very casual run through here. This Supra is demolishing these roads. It is so foggy. I could barely see what's in front of me. This is the Anest Iwata Turnpike Hakone. Famous Hakone Turnpike. We are driving it in the legendary Mk4 Toyota Supra. You probably can't even see the road in the camera, but I assure you guys, if you are out in Japan and you are a car enthusiast in any way, shape or form, you must come to Hakone. Yo, it just got really foggy out here. It is extraordinarily dangerous to be here right now. But we're just cruising. No more Touge Run, because this is mad. I think it's somewhere here. Alright guys, this has been a crazy run out here in Hakone. As you can see, it is so foggy. And honestly, it's not really the best weather conditions to be doing this drive, so that's just a little taste of what it's like out here. We're gonna go continue on and we're gonna be heading to the onsen, which is at Hakone Yoryo, and we're gonna go just relax, kick back for a little bit whilst we're out here in Japan, because it is still a holiday vacation but also a little bit of a work trip. But guys, that's about it for this Hakone Touge Run. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We're gonna go continue on. We'll speak soon. Yo, check out those three-wheelers. Yo, that's so sick. Imagine riding that right now in this weather. I probably wouldn't, but I'd still send it. So the best thing to eat whilst you're on a touge is my favorite chocolate croissants from Family Mart, or like they're from 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven. Alright guys, we're now here at the onsen. So I have actually never been to an onsen before, but guys, it is actually a fully naked public bath, and I totally forgot. Let's go. Probably gotta start recording now. Wow guys, what an experience that was. My first ever onsen hot spring experience here in Japan. Okay, now admittedly I have been to a hot spring over in Melbourne, but it is completely different because guys, the males and the females are completely separated and everyone goes in completely naked. And I'm talking no underwear, no skivvies, nothing. It is pretty eye-opening, and you see a lot of things that you don't normally see when you're out at a public bath, but you do see it in full detail here at the onsens. They do have private rooms as well for couples. Unfortunately, they were fully booked, but it was really, really relaxing. It was therapeutic. And also you get a really nice shower after, and you feel super clean and just energized again. So I feel great, honestly. It was just over 1,000 yen, but it was so worth it, and definitely a culture shocking experience if you're not used to it at all. So it's kind of like a steam room, but with other people involved, and they're all completely naked. But guys, we're back at the Supra, and we're gonna go continue on with our journey. But check out this view here in Hakone. Such a sight. The scenes in Japan, guys. Made it back to Nomyn, and check it out. In the time that we had the Supra, we did 828 Ks over the course of 60 hours. And we did also about 400 on the R32 GDR as well in Osaka. Insane amount of Ks that we racked up here in Japan. Thank you so much, boys. Appreciate it. See you soon. Enjoy your stay, yeah? Take care, guys. Nah, it's all good, bro. Thank you, man. Man, look at this service. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome, Clay, man. Nice to meet you. Nice
to meet you guys. Well, we'll see you back in Australia, yeah?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So we met some of the most awesome Aussie blokes out here at Nomyn where we were dropping off the Supra. They actually helped us get to Unga station because, guys, there are no cars, no taxis, nothing out here. It's literally the middle of nowhere. Absolute lifesavers. So huge shout out to Miguel, Michael and Jack. Thank you so much once again, guys. We're now at Family Mart where we're going to get a little snack before we head back to the city. Let's go.